Tonight on WFA Reborn, the tag team titles are on the line, and our number one contenders tournament continues. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. WFA Reborn on hand with so much happening tonight. Tag team championships on the line. And of course, our number one contenders tournament continues. Scott Reed and Love Dog in our main event tonight. But first,
introducing class from Worcester, Massachusetts. Weighing in at 202 pounds. He's got that dog in him. You know it.
Rain Conway stepping into the ring in singles action will be taking on one of the men who has advanced in the number one contenders tournament already after winning a triple threat match involving Bobby Orlando and Drago. It is Shawn Knyte stepping into the ring, getting warmed up before the biggest opportunity that lies ahead of his career. Of course, trying to advance and challenge for the WFA Heavyweight Championship, and we now know that the champion will be Superfan John Austin after a successful defense against 23 Hazard.
Representing New Haven, Connecticut, weighing in at 185 pounds, he is the Prince of Greatness, Shawn Knyte.
Yes, indeed, Shawn Knyte. A long time ago, I remember seeing him in action, has stepped away from WFA, got some more reps in, came back, more polished, more determined, and is now staring the championship opportunity in the face if he can succeed in the tournament. But first, he's got to face the big dog, Rain Conway, one of Adam Barisano's goons. And who knows if we'll be seeing Vile or Julius Draeger step near the ring. And of course, Shawn Knyte will be facing Julius Draeger in the tournament. Julius Draeger advancing in his matchup. And we have some news about Mosh Pit as well. Mosh Pit defeating Jeremy Lacroix, another one of Barisano's goons. However, Justin Rando attacked Mosh Pit after the match for an incident involving his spouse getting in the ring and getting hurt. The Mosh Pit has actually been taken out of the tournament. As we see both men. Oh, look at this. Shawn Knyte having a little fun with the big dog. Really going to work with him. Showing off his wrestling acumen here. And a snapmare takes Rain Conway down. Mosh Pit has been taken out of the tournament for his own health and safety and well-being so he can recoup after the injury sustained courtesy of Justin Rando. And instead, Jeremy Lacroix will be advancing and facing the winner of our main event tonight, either Scott Reed or Love Dog, in that number one contenders tournament. And Rain Conway with a right hand. But Shawn Knyte making short work here of Rain Conway, embarrassing him.
Stop that! No!
Having a little fun at Conway's expense. Oh, as he charges into the buckle, missing Shawn Knyte though, ducking just a little bit quicker than Conway and a lot more confident in the ring. Cover, only a one count though. Conway able to kick out, but oh, it's a drop kick for getting up to his feet. How's about that? Shawn Knyte looking very impressive. A ton of momentum and rips the headgear off of Conway. Having a lot of fun here to kick things off. Now, oh, knife edge, chop to Conway. The Prince of Greatness looking really great here tonight, up and over, but Conway had it scouted and booted Shawn Knyte right in the face. My goodness. The viciousness from Barisano's buddies here on full display here tonight as Conway has him up and drops Shawn Knyte on the back. And we got a cover. No, not a cover. There it is. Center of the ring. Only a 1 count though. Shawn Knyte able to escape. No, he got rocked with that one. Look at him checking his jaw. Checking to see if there's any blood coming from his mouth, from his nose. As Conway rains down now with elbows into the pec and shoulder area of Shawn Knyte. Oh, driving the knee onto the left hand now. You better believe Julius Draeger is watching this one. Conway perhaps looking to do some damage to Shawn Knyte before that #1 Contenders tournament matchup. Conway with a boot now. Trying to keep Shawn Knyte down, trying to keep him grounded, trying to slow down that pace that Shawn Knyte set here. Oh, and leave an impression after being embarrassed in the opening minutes of this matchup.
Who said that?
Oh, Conway distracted by a fan making a comment, and Shawn Knyte take full advantage of that situation right there. But Conway looking to shut down Knight once again here, working on the left arm and shoulder area. What is the strategy of Conway? What is he setting up for here? And now, here we go. Shooting Shawn Knyte to the ropes, up and over. Beautifully done there by the Prince of Greatness. Coming in now with a clothesline. And now, knee to the midsection. Shawn Knyte with a boot. Enziguri misses though. Conway had it scouted and now looking to capitalize. Oh, there it is. Trapping the arm once again, going for a submission, looking to put away Shawn Knyte and embarrass him ahead of that tournament matchup against Julius Draeger. Shawn Knyte in trouble here. Conway, great positioning right on top of Shawn Knyte. Arm folded backwards. Shawn Knyte though looking to dig deep, and that crowd solidly behind him here. This is a very different Shawn Knyte from who we've seen before. He is focused. Oh, look at this, up out of the corner. Able to arm drag his way out of that one. Conway coming back though and eats an elbow. Can Shawn Knyte follow up though? Oh, another boot there to create some distance, buy him some time. Get his bearings. Here we go. Missing the corner shot does Conway. And now Shawn Knyte. Paintbrushing Conway. My goodness. Conway firing back though. Launching Shawn Knyte into the buckle opposite side. Unique offense there. Shawn Knyte able to escape. There's an Enziguri he's been looking for. And Conway knocked through a loop. Watch out. Oh! Spinning back elbow from the Prince of Greatness. And now could be closing in on a victory. Julius Draeger, you better be taking notes. There's a reason he's calling himself the Prince of Greatness. Oh, wait a minute. Conway again with that arm. There's a reason he was setting up. Oh, pinfall attempt here. Oh, only a 2 count. Very close, though. Shawn Knyte with a roll-up of his own. Look at that. 2 in. Conway able to escape. Back and forth now. Crucifix pin. High stack on the shoulders, but only a 2 count. Conway able to escape again. Go behind. Suplex. No. Shawn Knyte up on his feet. Quick like a cat coming in. Oh, beautifully done. 1, 2. That's all she wrote.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Shawn Knyte.
Let me tell you, man. Julius Draeger and Shawn Knyte, 2 men very focused, very determined, stepping up their game, looking like $1 million in their latest efforts. They will collide in the next round of the Heavyweight Championship #1 Contenders Tournament. And if I'm a betting man, Shawn Knyte's odds are looking better and better. But it is not an easy task to walk away surviving all of that. Speaking of the #1 Contenders Tournament, next week we will have a special look at the tournament. Who is advanced? What does it take to get to the next round? And who is meeting him on the end? Superfan John Austin. Let's take a look now at those brackets. And of course, our main event tonight, we will determine who advances in that final slot. Scott Reed against Love Doug. Of course, Love Doug picked up a victory against Scott Reed in their latest matchup. So it'll be interesting to see who qualifies to challenge for the championship.
contest, please allow me to introduce the WFA Tag Team Champions, Brick City!
Here we go. It's time for some big business, though. Tag Team Championships on the line, and there are our champions. Julio Cruz, Victor Chase. They have dominated the tag team ranks for a year now here in the WFA and remain on top despite any and all challengers stepping up to the plate. One of their biggest challenges to date was a tag team championship tables match with Shot Through the Heart. And despite the odds against them, they were able to walk away with the championships. And lately, the Duke boys have been nipping at their heels. They did have a championship match with a controversial finish.
I'm sure you're aware, unfortunately, your tag title defense against the Duke boys will not be taking place tonight.
Lauren. You are looking at two pissed off tag champs. We have been mentally and physically getting ready for this match, all for the Duke boys not to show up.
The Duke boys had other commitments, unfortunately.
I understand, but to be fair to the Duke boys, they...
No. I could care less what their excuse is. We are here. That's all I know is that Brick City's here and we're gonna do what champions do, and that's defend these tag team titles each and every month.
And that's what they do, ladies and gentlemen.
So listen up, Duke boys. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to face Brick City, and you are gonna regret the day that you tried to challenge us, because we're gonna make you hit the bricks!
Fired up. Brick City has perhaps met their match in the Duke boys. Looking very forward to that match. But looks like we've got a couple of challengers here stepping up to the plate in replacement. I unfortunately do not have their names on my sheet here.
Are you guys lost? Are you guys
Who
lost?
are you guys? What are you guys doing in our ring? No, we don't.
I'm with you. Who said that? I'm with you. I'm with you.
Listen, you may not know us now, but you will soon enough.
That's right.
You see, co-general manager Barrow Sammartino, he said that he loves people when they seize their moments. And guess what? We're gonna do that right now.
Gonna seize the moment, challenging for the tag titles.
I don't think you heard the man. We are not in the mood, not tonight. So pack your bags, go home, and rethink this. Now.
Some stern words. Brick City, a very accomplished tag team. But, I mean, they were set to defend the titles.
All right. We'll leave.
Common sense.
We'll leave with those tag team titles.
What? Getting the jump on Brick City, and Brick City does not look impressed with these men's efforts. Getting thrown into opposing buckles. Again, they were set to defend the titles against the Duke boys. We were alerted ahead of time that the Duke boys were not able to show. They had prior commitments they had to fulfill. And look at these guys. Trying to come in, but you don't mess with Brick City. Big Riz, Victor Chase. Oh my goodness, and Julio Cruz with the Brain Buster. And nothing left but to go for the 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, still your tag team champions, Brick City!
Let me tell you, next time,
We're gonna keep doing this.
the tag titles will be on the line. It will be Brick City against the Duke boys, and that is not Brick City's music. What's going on here?
Wait a minute. Not like that. You guys call yourselves champs?
Yes.
You guys are mad? You're angry? Well, we're angry too! We've been doing this for 10 years! And now, we're not gonna walk. We're not gonna wait on any lines. We're going straight to the top.
You say this is your house, right?
Yeah.
This is your house. The Unleashed is here to take over new territory, and we're evicting the Brick City Boys, and that's by the order of the Unleashed.
It's Brick City now.
The Unleashed
All your men now?
announcing
I'll come in
themselves.
here. I'll show you.
You gonna show me?
Well, they did just defend the titles. The referee, Brick City, looks ready. I think the referee's gonna allow this. Guess the other guys were just a warm-up here. How's about this? Julio Cruz not backing down, getting in the face here. I couldn't. Oh! Victor Chase clotheslining the one member of the Unleashed and slamming him down now into the canvas. Looks like we got ourselves 2 championship matches for the price of 1 here tonight on WFA Reborn, and 2 for the price of 1 with those body slams, courtesy of Big Riz. And now up on the shoulder again, but wait a minute there. They mentioned 10 years in the business, crafty, scouting Brick City, and now the chop block sending Victor Chase down to the canvas for a second, and now they're going to go to work in the corner. They have Victor Chase isolated. So Big Business was not expecting this kind of night. But the Brick City Boys have been defending those titles any chance they can. How's about that? Raining in with some strikes in the corner and some quick tags here. We do it now, the Unleashed. Oh, throwing Victor Chase back into the corner. And again, having Victor Chase isolated in the corner. Great tag team strategy here, as they have the champion on the ropes. As Julio Cruz just has to watch on from the opposite corner as these new faces to WFA are going to work and threaten the tag team championships that they hold so dear to themselves. And once again, nothing pretty about their offense, but sound strategy. And now dropping the leg across Big Riz. And we got a cover far away from Julio Cruz, and the referee at the last second noticing the boot on the bottom rope, just a little bit too close to those ropes. And now trying to sedate Victor Chase here with that chin lock. Victor Chase having none of it though, rising to his feet, crowd stalling behind Brick City as always. Here we go, Victor Chase hitting the ropes, coming up, and oh, getting met with a clothesline. The Unleashed looking pretty good here. Catching Brick City off their game and taking full advantage of the situation. And oh, looking to launch Victor Chase. Double suplex attempt here. And Big Riz saying, not today, folks. My turn. Oh, the strength of Victor Chase, who now has to dig deep, pass through both men of the Unleashed, and make a tag to Julio Cruz, Big Papi, who is chomping at the bit to make that tag and do some damage himself. Oh, wait a minute there. Trapping the boot. No, Victor Chase having none of it. Sending the Unleashed into the corner, breaking that distance up, and there's the tag. In comes Julio Cruz, shoulder tackle. Coming in once more with a clothesline. And now this is what Brick City does best here. Fired up, ready to do some hurting. Launch off the ropes, coming in now. Beautiful tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And now Cruz looking to finish off the jaw, spinning Polish hammer. We got a cover here. 1, 2, and oh, left shoulder up at the last second there. Big Papi going up, he says. but looks like other plans in mind. Oh, solid forearm. And now Julio Cruz in trouble, finding himself once again in the corner of the Unleashed. What's this? Oh my goodness. Clothesline European uppercut sandwich. Oh! And we got a cover here. Shoulders are down, championship's on the line, but Julio Cruz finding a way to get that shoulder up. And now another quick tag here, the Unleashed. You can tell they've had plenty of tag team matchups together. Working great, fundamentally sound as a team, and looking to put a hurt. But Victor Chase stepping in, stopping them in their tracks, and just like that, Brick City able to subdue and walk away with a victory over the Unleashed. Can you not tell that Brick City just may be the top tag team in the New England area, in the Northeast, and perhaps in all of North America? And big championship matchup coming up as they prepare themselves once more to face off with the Duke Boys, and I, for one, cannot wait to see that tag team championship encounter. Folks, the WFA comes to you live from New England. Folks, the WFA comes to you live from Concord, New Hampshire each and every month. There's only one way to catch us live, so if you're in the New England area, catch the following video to see when we're live next.
To the back of the line, what you got?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a first round match for the #1 Contenders Tournament.
Main event time here on WFA Reborn, and the final first round match of the tournament.
Introducing first, from your heart, weighing in at 300 dozen roses, he is the real-life Cupid, Love Dog has been on a tear after stepping away from tag team competition and finding himself in singles action, securing a victory over his opponent tonight, Scott Reed, the It Factor, and very nearly capturing the heavyweight championship in his last attempt against the superfan John Austin for the title. Love Dog so close. And now this is another opportunity to get back to that promised land, get another shot at John Austin, and prove once for all that he is championship material here in the WFA. But of course, no small task in his opponent tonight. It was considered quite an upset at the time, but Love Dog proving himself time and time again. And he's got one more chance to prove himself again. As we patiently await with bated breath for the most popular star of the WFA, the soul of the WFA, and the face of the WFA. It's the It Factor. It's Scott Reed. There's the man. And his opponent, from Concord, New Hampshire, weighing in at 205 pounds, he is the It Factor, Scott Reed.
And Scott Reed has really been a step behind lately in his efforts in the WFA. Looking to, once again, bounce back, climb to the top. He does seem more like himself After a couple of losing efforts to John Austin as well for that WFA championship. And again, that loss to Love Dog has been eating him alive. We've got a chance at redemption here tonight with everything on the line. There is the bell, and we are underway with our main event, folks. Don't forget, next week we're going to have a special look at this #1 Contenders tournament. Who's advanced so far, what's on the line, what's at stake, and who's waiting for them at the end of it all. As we see Scott Reed backing Love Dog into the corner here. Love Dog trying to outmuscle Scott Reed. I don't know, how's about that? Getting the It Factor back into the corner. Love Dog, we know him very well, is going to do everything he can to get into the mind, the head, and the psyche of Scott Reed. Collar will tie up, no, go behind instead from Love Dog. Trying to get his grip around the waist of Scott Reed. Scott Reed finding an escape there, taking the leg. Love Dog sending him to the ropes, now meeting him. Go behind from Scott Reed, capturing control. Man, back and forth between these two, jockeying just the opening moments. And oh, there's those mind games. And Scott Reed's temper, man, after losing to Love Dog, has been waiting for another chance at him, and he's got him here tonight. Beautiful headlock takedown now. Center of the ring is Love Dog. Scott Reed, firm control, but oh, look at this. Love Dog using the legs. Head scissors applied to Scott Reed. Now looking for an escape. Does. Nips right out of it. But oh, back into the headlock. Who will advance? Who's the final man to advance in this #1 Contenders tournament? We're going to find out real soon. Oh, shoulder tackle there from Scott Reed, the bigger man of the two with those massive shoulders. No, tripping up was Scott Reed. No, looking to throw some flowers. Scott Reed deserves some flowers, just not those ones. And now what's he got planned here? Oh, nothing in the arm. Again, those mind games from Love Dog. Oh, there it is. Had him in the other hand, and Love Dog very pleased with himself. And Scott Reed, oh, not too happy with that. Love Dog. Again, Love Dog is very dialed in. He has been adding some weight to his frame. This man is on a mission, and it's not just the mind games, it's just a small part of the plan. Love Dog very much looking to walk away with the victory here tonight against Scott Reed, a very dangerous opponent. Do not take him lightly here. There it is, lit up the face of the It Factor with that slap. And look at the face of Scott Reed, seething. He cannot believe that Love Dog just got away with that. And man, is he going to have to answer for that one. There it is, rocked with that forearm. And now Scott Reed going to work. Referee admonishing him for those close fists. Love Dog just made a massive, massive mistake because I think he just woke up the sleeping dragon. That is Scott Reed, hammering away at the base of the spine with that thunderous forearm. And another one. And that could be the end, the beginning of the end of Love Dog. Oh, but perhaps not. No, Scott Reed with an answer. Up, down with a thunderous spine buster. And now we got a cover. Leg is hooked. Center of the ring. Love Dog able to escape that kick out attempt there. Man, Reed is fired up now if he wasn't already. Stomping the midsection. Second one now for Love Dog. Trying to perhaps break the heart of Love Dog. European uppercut in the corner. Scott Reed slowing down the pace now. Doesn't want to make any mistakes here. Doesn't want to fall into the trap. Sliding through, rolling through. Let's watch out. Patented power slam. Love Dog had that one scouted though. Knee up in the corner now. And Scott Reed unrelenting in his pursuit of revenge of Love Dog, but Love Dog knows it and taking full advantage here with some solid shots to the top of the chrome dome of Scott Reed and coming in now. Clothesline. No, Scott Reed not going down. Love Dog's gonna have to lay it in a little thicker than that. Springboard, all back elbow. Beautiful maneuver there. Caught Scott Reed really off guard, and Love Dog looking very impressive. Oh, going for the boot. Reed though waiting. Reed's crusher up and over with a sliced bread attempt. No, Scott Reed once again countering. And now stuck in that go-behind position, the waist lock. Oh, what was that, Scott Reed? Very uncharacteristic. Oh, the spear. Ripping Love Dog in. Half, 2, and 3. Scott Reed securing the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Scott Reed.
Scott Reed will be advancing in the tournament, but a very uncharacteristic low blow. Perhaps the temper got the best of him as he lays Love Dog to rest with his flowers. The It Factor will be advancing. And again, don't forget, folks, next week we will be having a special look at the #1 Contenders tournament. We will be seeing Julius Draeger taking on Shawn Knyte and Scott Reed against Jeremy Lacroix. Folks, we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Reborn. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Tons of action coming down the line. We'll see y'all next time. The bell rings.